Hey y'all, and welcome to Vlogtober with Unseen Strands, where I, your host Mo, am visually impaired, and at least for this month, not only will you get fiber arts related goodness, but also topics related to what I like to call my blind life, as it is Blindness Awareness Month. Now today I thought I'd go ahead and just do a little overview on myself and my interests. As yesterday was over my vision, I kind of wanted to have a little space where I'm more normal and you can relate to me as a person and just my normal interests rather than my blind person interests. So to start off with, I am a wife, a mother of four, and that is 4 boys. We have 3 pets. We reside in the state of Iowa and currently in the Des Moines metro. When I started this channel, I was almost 100% crochet only, but as time has gone off, I have really dove into all things fiber arts related. So now today, not only do I have interest in crochet, I also have interest in spinning, knitting, Tunisian crochet, loom knitting, felting, weaving, tatting. I mean, I could just go on, and not only in the actual art forms that fiber arts can encompass, but also like the fiber types. Like I have become obsessed with alpaca and fiber blends and just different things like different natural fibers like flax and nettles and all these things that you can get fiber from, pineapple fiber, you know, your different sheep breeds. All of that has just really blossomed in my interest since I have gotten involved in the fiber communities specifically. When we step away from the fiber arts things, I find myself as a fairly realistic person. I do like to do a lot of planning, although I might have a little bit of bad follow through when you get to that planning. But I also find myself to be a fairly flexible person, as I think I've had to adapt over time to many different things that I think I guess am fairly flexible, even though I am totally a planner, which really don't go together, but I guess I'm just special that way. I also am very into water and all things that are water-based, whether it be swimming or I guess activities with water, which is really funny because my husband is not a water person. So we do not mix very well in that aspect. And I also find it extremely funny because, as many of you may know, fiber and water don't really mix. So once again, I have to not make any sense and decide to like 2 things that really don't go together at all. I really enjoy going to new places and especially trying different things to eat out and traveling to different cities and just different cultures. I always find learning things about different places really interesting, or just different cultures, different backgrounds. Just everyone's story is really interesting to me. And let's see, what else? I guess to go along with the water thing is I just really find nature appealing. I really like the idea of homesteading and living off the land. I'm not sure, but I like to think that's part of my spirituality connection to nature has to do with the fact that my dad is from Chile and that at least one of his parents was a native Chilean. And so I like to think that kind of has that spiritual background for me for connecting to the land and things. And what I just find all the things like homesteading and making the best use environmentally friendly things so appealing, although I am quite a penny pincher, so I really struggle with those 2 things and making them connect to each other because environmentally friendly is not very often cheap. I also very much enjoy things like cycling, and we do have a tandem bicycle, so that is one way that I enjoy getting my exercise, although with all the kids it is kind of difficult for me to actually get time with my husband to do our bicycling. And I guess one of the last things I'll mention for today is that I am also a huge reader. I really, at least in the last few years, have really gotten on to the audiobooks and especially nonfiction audiobooks, but I do enjoy a lot of fiction too. It's just really easy for me to get carried away with getting sucked into a story and not coming up for air for, until I've finished the series and everything that's out there. So I like to keep it to my nonfiction just because there's a little bit more of that boundary line of the story is only this long, and I can kind of cut it off at a certain point a lot easier than I can do with fiction stories. So anyways, guys, I think that's going to finish it for today. I'm sure there are several other things that I could have covered, but like I said, I'm trying to keep these to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes at most, but 5 minutes preferably. So anyways, if you have any questions for me or topics you would like to hear me cover during this month-long thing that I'm trying to do, please leave them in the comments, and I'll hopefully talk to you tomorrow. If you liked this video, please hook the like button and subscribe. Talk to you later, guys.